I don't want to be walking through town as a giant direwolf with everybody there. So it's the first sign of other people. I'll just convert back into my normal self and carry on my way towards
And yeah, you hear some shrieks when you do that, and you also hear Carp yell, "That's awesome!" And
Thanks, dude.
and yeah, Pip is also running around with Carp and like, "Did you see that? He turned into a wolf. I mean, he turned back from a wolf. That was amazing!" And but yeah, people are starting to gather, trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, you're back in the line for Coster.
Okay, I'm going
And we're
to
gonna go ahead and drop out of initiative at this point, so you guys can just tell me what you do.
okay. Cast a couple of spells,
So I'm
good berries, and heal war. I'm gonna feed him some of that, and then that's what I'm gonna be doing, tending to his wounds.
So I'm going
okay,
to.
how many?
Go
ahead. 2. That'll be 20.
So 20 hit points. Okay.
Great,
thank you, Warner.
So, what did we find? Obviously, I can see one of the doors open. Well, in fact, I think both of the doors are open.
Yeah, all the doors are open. So as you come in, you see Brax rustling through crates of glassware and Bunsen burners and herbs and spices for a alchemical experiments, little vials of strange liquids, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I go ahead and I shut the door and lock it, so in case she comes back, door will be locked. So we need to find documentation, y'all. That's because we've just committed a serious crime here, and we better have some evidence to back this up, or we're done. Or we're going to have to go on the run.
We need to get this desk open because I'm assuming it's her desk. I need to look in there, and then I'll fix everything from there. Do we want me to pick it, or do you want to knock it open, Brax?
And I'm sure we could find a crowbar here somewhere, can't we? Pry it open.
No, we don't. We don't want to break. I need the desk to be pristine order. What I'm about to do to her.
He's going to have to knack it.
Worm, are you,
I don't know if he's back or not.
Worm make a bio break? So I'm looking around the floor for, because I'm hoping she's a different hair color than I am. I'm looking for her hair on the floor. It might have dropped.
I'll knock it up. Hopefully I don't accidentally hit you, though.
So there are 3 drawers here. Which one do you want to use the knock spell on? 1, 2, or 3?
I don't know. Let's just do 1. Big one.
Okay, go ahead and roll a. Let's roll just a d6 for me, real quick.
Because remember, Toblin over at the Stonehill Inn told us that she's in cahoots with this,
Yeah, he did kind of make an accusation against her. Yeah, so Brax, you open that up, do a little knocky, and you open up the drawer and you see it's lined with these cylindrical vials of some kind of potion, perhaps. And there's go ahead and roll 3d6 for me.
Okie doke.
Okay, there are 12 of these potions, and they're not all the same. Obviously, there's a couple that are both blue, and then there's this color that's green, and then there's this one that's clear. So, but there are 12 different, various potions.
And I don't recognize any of the potions.
You can give me an Arcana check. See how well you can do.
Okie dokie.
Oh, very good. So you recognize that 3 of the potions are probably healing potions. Because you've seen these before. They're kind of this pinkish color, and you can pop the lid and smell one, and you're like, yeah, these are healing potions. So you're not sure what the other ones are without doing some experiments or trying to identify them other than by just sight.
So I guess I'll hand it over to Warner and say, "Hey, drink this."
Yeah, let's just hold on to these for a little bit. Let's definitely hold on to these.
Oh, okay. But I think these are healing potions, and then I'll cut those out and I'll say, I don't know exactly what these are, but if we all drink them at the same time, then we'll find out.
No. So what size is the drawer that he opened? Physical size.
So it's like an office desk drawer. It's somewhat deep, and it had these these bottles kind of.
I could roll up a cloak and put it inside.
Oh yeah, you could.
Okay, so I'm gonna take some of the hairs that are obviously hers I found on the floor, and I'm putting it on the cloak. I'm rolling it up and I'm putting it inside the drawer.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Do you take the potions out?
Oh yeah, we're taking the potions out.
Okay, potions are taken out. The evidence is planted, and you put it in there. Okay.
I'm gonna, I guess, use my thieves' tools on drawer number 3. Hey.
Okay, yeah, you're able to click that open, and there is another sharp prick on your finger.
Oh yeah!
Constitution savings throw from you.
Jesus.
You've got so many pricks this game.
That is not high enough, unfortunately. And you're going to take 6 poison damage, and you still have the poison condition. So you have extra poison condition.
Yay.
This is the same stuff that stuck you before, and so you're just like, son of a... Yeah. But, it doesn't
At least
do anything.
you'll be immune to it pretty soon.
I mean, eventually you'll be immune to it, but you do retch on the floor and kind of fall back. And I'm going to give you a level of exhaustion at this point.
I mean, lucky for us, we brought her along.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
It would suck if we couldn't open these drawers.
Yeah.
It would. So go ahead and...
We'll clean up the mess and check the drawer.
Go ahead. Can you roll me a percentile dice real quick?
Sure. If I can ever. Well, I didn't do it right, did I?
Okay. That would be we'll go with a 91 there. And then a 6-sided die.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So in this drawer, there are 2 sacks, and they appear to be full of coins. They're kind of, they're heavy. It's very, you pull that drawer out, you can really feel that there's some stuff in there. And so, yeah, two small sacks.
Of Electrum?
Well, the first one, if you just kind of yank that out, you've got 120 gold pieces.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out. I'm going to dump I'll put money in my lap for a moment because I'm going to dump out what's in there, and then I'm going to fill it back up with my copper pieces and put the other into my bags.
Okay, so there's 120 gold pieces, 50 platinum pieces,
God,
and 80 silver pieces.
that was 120. Any platinum?
So there was 50 platinum pieces and 80 silver pieces. So what are you putting back about that? Just all your coppers, or?
Sorry, how many of the silver again? I'm sorry, I have to add it in here.
80 silver pieces.
Just shit in a bag.
Okay, so
I can. Do you want me to just put it in the? Well, no. You tell me what you're
added.
doing with this. Is this party treasure or is this your treasure?
No, it's in my bag. And then I'm putting my 150 copper pieces in instead and putting it back.
Okay, sounds good. The other sack is a little bit bigger. It has like it's a carrying type sack.
It's okay because that's natural. That happens.
It feels like it weighs about 20 pounds or 15 pounds, and you open it up and you reach in there and your hand just keeps reaching and reaching and reaching. And you're like, wow, this is a lot deeper than it looks from the outside. So you have a bag of holding.
Sack of reachness.
And because you don't know what you're trying to grab for, you just kind of, you can't really get anything. It feels like there's something in there. So you've got to dump it out if you want to do that.
I'm not going to dump it out. We'll do that later. But I am going to, nice little bag of holding.
So
how does it work? You have to imagine what you're going to grab?
You have to know what you're going to grab, and it will be right on top, and you'll just be able to grab it out. So that's how.
Does it work with butts?
Does it work with what? Are you all right there?
Yeah, does it work with butts? Can I grab somebody's butt just by imagining it?
Only if their butt is inside the bag.
Is this the Choke on Food show today? Everybody's choking and dying. I'm scared.
So you have a bag of holding. It appears to have some stuff in it. Maybe it doesn't have anything. I don't know. But there we go.
That to my inventory. If you could put that in the party sheet so I can, it has all
the bag of holding? Sure.
I'll drag it over.
I'm glad you got that because my portable hole's starting to hurt. Is this thing on?
How long do you have to put somebody in a bag of holding before they suffocate and die?
Well, if it's Brax, just a few minutes. We'll make it quick. Okay, bag of holding is in there.
Thank you.
Anything else, guys?
After I finish patching up war,
yeah, I'm watching up the door. I'm watching the door to see if anyone's coming, keeping an eye out, basically.
Oh yeah, some people are definitely coming. Absolutely.
I'm going to call out to everybody in here. I'm just going to start yelling. Do we have enough to, have we found anything that we can lay on her? Have we got enough solid information that we can, make a claim and justify our actions?
I don't think we found any documentation yet, have we?
Not yet.
Yeah, but we want to open
you
that.
found lots of stuff, but it doesn't appear
We
to
have
be
found, right. We have
we're
found some
basically
stuff
robbing
that
her
we did see
blind.
in
We're
the-
fucking thieving now,
Right.
too. So, I mean...
That's right. And not only did we attack her, but we're stealing her shit. That's what I'm saying. I would imagine that if she had brought it all in overnight, she hasn't had time to put it away. It's got to be in a pile somewhere. And so we did kind of find a pile of stuff, and we did sort of find paperwork where they are claiming that this stuff is their stuff. Or at least they're making the paperwork seem that way, but we haven't found anything legit. So are there
still beaver pelts that were there that we recognized?
So there's
and some other things that we recognized, but there's no documentation.
Right. So, but there's still 2 drawers we have to open in this desk, right?
One drawer. There's one drawer left. You haven't opened.
One drawer. And then other than that, we haven't really found anything that's going to solidly put her in our deal. So this is what I'm going to do then. I yell at War to see if she is coming back. Can you see her outside?
What do I see coming towards?
You see a large crowd of the townsfolk kind of looking at the Lion Shield coster, and you see a very nervous, sweaty-looking townmaster approaching the building.
How long do I think he's going to be here? How long is it going to take him to get here?
He's walking up to it in a matter of seconds. Behind him is an older gentleman with kind of this mustache and goatee looking outfit. He is dressed in studded leather armor and holds a long sword by his hand or by his side.
Would we know that to be? Would we know that to be Ettermath?
You don't recognize the guy. You hadn't met him yet, but sure.
Okay.
I guess it could be
possible, right? So does it? Nobody would know. I ask out loud. Does anybody know who Ettermath is in this town?
I didn't take math in school.
You guys hadn't met him yet.
Okay, so if that's the case, I'm yelling at War. I'm like, do you see? Oh shit, I forgot her name. What's the name of the lady that runs this place? Leon?
Cleopatra, something like that.
Cleopatra. Do you see? Is she with this guy? You see her out there?
He didn't mention her, so I would say no.
No, you don't see her.
This
okay,
is what
we
I'm
have two
thinking.
choices, guys. We can exit stage left and go and save Gundren Rockseeker and never come back to Phandelver, or we can stay here and face the music. What do you want to do? One or two? Because we have no more time to search.
There is a third option.
What is
called
the third
seppuku?
option?
Seppuku is the third option.
What is that, Brax?
Is that where we kill ourselves?
That's where we kill ourselves.
Honor death? Samurai honor death.
All right, so there's a knock at the door. And you hear Harbin go, gentlemen and lady, can I talk to you for a moment? Please?
Hey, let's pretend it was doppelgangers.
I'm just gonna. This is before you open the door, War. I'm like, hold on a second, War. I'm gonna go back into that cabin. I think I'm gonna go into. I'm gonna change into wolf form and head back up to that cabin. See if I can't maybe find something up there where she went into. Try and sneak around the mob, smash that desk, get into that drawer, and then I think worst case scenario, bud, we split and leave Phandelver.
Yeah, we need to get in that last drawer.
If we don't find anything in there, we got nothing. We need to get out of here because this is not looking good. But I think that's what I should do. I should go find out what that Ettermath guy has. Maybe that's where she's got some hidden papers in there or something.
So don't answer the knocking on the door.
Yeah,
and let's just break that last drawer.
Yeah,
if you can knock it open, then we.
I'm out of spell slots. You're gonna have to get poisoned again.
Jesus.
Smash it. I'm just gonna smash it.
No, because we need the other stuff that I hid in there to be.
Yeah, and so far they've all been potions. I don't want to smash it and get smashed potion everywhere.
Okay, so.
War, buy us some time at the front door.
Can I give her my inspiration?
She's got
25 pick lock.
Okay, pick lock or disarm traps? No, I'm just.
I picked the lock.
Yeah, you can. You know that the trap's coming. You know it's there. You know how it works. You're very familiar with its effects. So that's part of picking a lock, and you're able to pop this open, no problem.
It's a giant poison needle that comes up and jabs you in the finger, doofus. You should have figured it out.
The glyph of warding, however, was there. No.
Of course there was. You exploded to a pile of pink mist.
Yeah, you open this up. You open this up and you see a beautiful dagger that is sitting on top of a leather-bound book, and below that, several pieces of paper, letters, and little scrolls that are bound up. So
grab it. Let's go.
Grabbing
some types of documents.
Read through it. We can use it as our evidence.
We're grabbing all of it. We'll take it with us, read it later.
You grab it.
I'm sticking it all in the bag.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you've got it. You stick it in the bag. Your nifty new bag of holding.
And I'm shaking out the other red cloak, rolling it up, sticking it in there, closing the drawers, making them locking them back.
Two red cloaks in there, and some copper pieces for her. And there you go. I think you guys have made a lifelong friend out of Cleopatra.
You got a friend in me.
Wansome, during this, you turned into a dire wolf again, is that correct? And headed toward the cabin by the apple orchard. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. That's what I was going to do. Yeah. He probably had to poop.
Hey,
as I was walking out the back door, Amazon showed up.
Oh, okay. So
Nice.
you turn into a dire wolf, is that correct? And headed up to the cabin?
That's my game plan. I'm going to try and skirt out, the outside of town kind of a thing and run to where she was at. I don't want people to see me doing it.
Okay, so you kind of circle around and keep low. You're pretty good at stealthing, and we're going to see how good you are, though. So I do need a stealth check from you, because someone may be watching for you.
Yes. 14.
All right. So you approach the cabin, and you notice that someone is outside the cabin, kind of hiding in the shadows behind one corner, keeping an eye on, got an angle on the Lion Shield coster. She does not see you, but you see her first, and she's got her crossbow at the ready, and is keeping an eye on the crowd and her building. So you have found.
So it's Lenine. Okay, she's there. So do I hear Edermath or whatever his name is? I'm just going to sort of stay out of her line of sight then and have a listen for what's his face in there. Is there anybody else up in here?
Oh, again, she is out of the cabin at this point.
Yeah.
And is hiding in the bushes at the side of it.
Okay.
You don't hear anybody or see anybody. She's not talking to anyone. She's
okay.
Got her crossbow trained on the Lion Shield coster.
Is there a way I can sneak into the bush and keep my eye on her and see what she does? I'm just going to hang out and sort of spy on her while they...
You can see where she's at. You want to try to get a more permanent hiding spot? And just watch her?
Yep, just keep my eye on her.
Okay. So she's watching, and you're watching her. There's another knock at the door at the Lion Shield, and Harbin says, "I really do need to talk to you about this misunderstanding. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. Yes, just a misunderstanding. Oh dear."
Do we let him in?
And
just him.
You hear that he's kind of crying a little bit. You think in his voice,
What a wuss.
He's kind of a wussy guy.
Apparently there was a misunderstanding and they grabbed some of our stuff. We found it, so we're ready to go.
Okay, so you let him in? So he comes in, but
him.
Well, the guy behind him is insisting that he accompany the townmaster.
We're in good.
I am Darren with Harbin. I'm sorry?
We're in good standing with Harbin. He can come inside.
I prefer that Darren accompany me, if that's
Who
all right.
is this?
This is Darren Edermath. He's a dear friend, a confidant, and a prominent member of the community.
And my lover!
Mind? If you could just come in with me, if that'd be all right, or we can talk right here. That's fine. I don't have to come in. No, I just wanted to talk to you and see what you were doing.
She had taken our stuff.
She took your stuff. I see. Well, generally, how we deal with that sort of thing here in town is you could tell someone that items have been stolen, and then you could tell me, and we could go through the proper channels of accusation.
Nicely asked for it back, and she attacked us. You see the smashed crossbow? He had to smash it out of her hand before she killed me.
That's true.
And she shot me right in the neck, Arvin. I mean, isn't that proof enough to where something's going on here?
Well, that's exactly right. And that's what I wanted you to put your weapons down and maybe come to the town hall, and we'll have a nice cup of tea and
we'll talk here. We'll talk here. We'll talk here.
All right. Well, do you mind putting down the weapon?
And she insulted me.
She made fun of Bookie or whatever his name
not
is.
a crime, Brax. So we'll have to allow her to do that. So, well, the accusation's been made, Warner, that you struck her with your sword.
I did because she pulled a crossbow on us, sir. She pulled a crossbow on us, and that's why I defended myself, and that's why we defended ourselves.
Yes, I understand that. The accusation is that she brandished the crossbow because you had threatened her, and then and he kind of tries to look into the door just as your brother threatened to.
Yes, because she closed up the hideout, put some of her guards there at the door saying that, oh, this is protected now, when we had just taken care of the Red Brand Menace the night before and did not have the time to go back and get all of the belongings that we had. So she has, with it in the middle of the night, like a sly fox that she has gone into the estate, taken everything out and brought it back here. We've already found it, and we have documentation as well. She could have been in cahoots with the Red Brands. And if you want to go ahead and ask your friend over at the Stonehill Inn, Mr. Toblin, he has also pointed us in the direction of that also. And I'm sure this documentation is going to go ahead and prove that she had something to do with this as well. And if that is so,
off with her head.
Yes, well, all right. We could certainly dealt with that a little more civilized. She doesn't have any guards. Those guards are the new town guards.
Oh, so doing it civilized would have given her plenty of time to dispose of all of the evidence and everything, correct? Is that your way of civilized?
No, I just... Please, Warner, let's talk about this calmly. The guards.
Oh, I'm calm. You should see when I'm not calm.
Are commissioned by me, and they're the new Phandelver Town Guard, the militia, if you will. I ordered the Crescender Manor closed to prevent this sort of thing happening again. And there were some items within the compound that had the mark of the Lion Shield coster, and so I know for a fact that some of that was originally stolen from her caravans, and so she moved them out. Now you're saying she took additional things that belong to you? Is that
doesn't explain this? And I pull out a pickle.
Speaking out of character, I don't remember when I asked. There were no Lion Shield coster markings.
No, there were a variety of markings.
Right. So there was a lot of stuff without the markings.
You're right.
She took
there was a lot of stuff without the markings. Yep. So it came from various caravans, not just Lion Shield. Absolutely.
But all of the other non-Lion Shield coster marking materials are in here too, right?
Absolutely, they are. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
And I
As well-
explained that.
Beaver pelt,
So,
as well as Glassstaff's personal.
Yeah. All of our beaver
I'm
pelts.
going to spell it out for you. She's letting the red cloaks steal stuff from everybody, and then she's bringing it back here, and they're repackaging it to make it look like it's Coster stuff. We've got all these books where they took the stuff and beaver pelts and all the stuff that we saw in there, and they're writing it in right now, taking inventory, turning it into their stuff. Now that's just not right.
All right. Well, I understand, but you just attacked her for that?
Well, we
Oh,
talked
she
to her about it.
attacked us.
We confronted her with it, and she said, well, "You're right. Everything you're saying is exactly right. I'm evil." And then she attacked us.
Well, that doesn't sound like her. Okay.
Are you in cahoots with her as
Apparently,
well,
you don't remember that.
Harvey?
Oh my
Are you in
gosh.
cahoots with her as well?
No.
Is she also having you on the books as well, paying you?
There's an old saying, out of the frying pan into the fryer. We just got rid of the red brands.
No, you didn't. She's one of them.
No, we got rid of the red brands.
Yeah.
I know, you did. Yes, thank you. And at this
Now
point,
that I think about it.
looks up at Darren and just like, what do I do? And Darren steps forward and says, all right, well, why don't you get what you think is yours from Glassstaff's, the plunder that you got, and why don't you just get what you want and leave? Why don't you do that?
But then who's going to protect the town with us gone?
We'll manage, I guess.
Fine.
We'll manage.
We'll take what's ours and we'll go.
That would be great.
Brothers, go figure out what's yours and let's get it together and let's get out of this town. Leave them to their own devices.
So just if you could,
She's carrying my baby.
attack anybody else, or take anything that doesn't belong to you. That'd be great.
I was just trying to kind of mix it up a little bit.
Does that sound fair?
A little
right?
bit more drama to it.
Brothers, go grab your stuff. Let's go.
The one's a wolf in some other area. There's only one brother there.
He's still the brother, whether he's in wolf form or spider or whatever.
We'll have to figure this out because I've actually got to take.
Hear that?
Dun dun dun.
Sweet.
Okay, as you guys have been given this kind of ultimatum / suggested course of action by Darren, that's when Cleopatra, as she's fondly known, puts away her kind of holsters her crossbow and dashes towards out of her hiding spot towards the group and says, "No, I demand justice. They're in there plundering my store." And I guess we'll figure out what happens next week.